Good morning and welcome to Gahni Guriyo, Dewa Duni Sakta's podcast. I'm Coreen Delormier and I will be your host for today. Today we're talking to two lovely ladies from Procurement Assistance Canada, and we'll be talking about opportunities for our Gahnuage businesses. So I'll let you guys introduce yourself.
Well, hello, Coreen. Thank you for having us today. My name is Anne-Marie Signori, and I'm the Regional Director for the Procurement Assistance Office in the Montreal area. Nice to be here with you today.
Thank you for coming.
Hello, Coreen. Hello, everyone. Well, my name is Mariela Barria Quesada, and I'm a procurement specialist at Procurement Assistance Canada. Thank you for having us here.
Thank you for coming. Okay, we'll jump right in. So can you explain the role of Procurement Assistance Canada?
Yes, Procurement Assistance Canada is part of Public Services and Procurement Canada federal department, and our role is to support small and diverse businesses in the federal procurement process. Our role is to inform businesses and help them do business with the Government of Canada. And how we do this is listening to concerns, answering questions, guiding the businesses through the systems or the process. And we have webinars, conferences, we can assist individually businesses, and all of our services are 100% free. So we are really at your disposal to help you. We also work with partner organization or community organization such as DIWA. And what we do is work together to meet specific business needs. And we can do some events, some conference, and work with you just to make sure that we really answer a regional need or a community need. So we are really happy to be here because what we want is to raise awareness for Indigenous entrepreneurs with all the federal procurement opportunities that we have.
I'm very happy that you guys are here too. We have done one of the a webinar with you guys. We did a little information session online, so I hope to see more of that as well. So it's really amazing that you guys can explain what you guys do. What types of opportunities are available for businesses?
Many people aren't really aware of this, but the Government of Canada is one of the largest buyers of goods, services, and even construction. Believe it or not, but each year the Government of Canada spends approximately $24 billion. Yes, I am saying $24 billion, which is a lot. And like I said, we spend that money in goods, services, and construction, and even maintenance projects. However, just a side note, this amount is going to be revised because we just finished a fiscal year, so these figures are going to be updated shortly. With that being said, I also want to emphasize that the government awards hundreds of thousands of contracts, and it makes also more than 1 million direct purchases by credit card on a yearly basis. And honestly, I do believe that this represents a huge potential market. In terms of what the government purchases, well, the Government of Canada will purchase a wide range of goods and services. So from military equipment to information technology equipment, office supplies, and also a variety of professional services. But again, that is not all. The government also procures food. And when I mean food, I mean any type of food, such as poultry, bakery products, eggs, meat, dog food, yes, fruits, vegetables, and honestly, so much things. We also procure all kinds of training services, such as health training services like CPR, AAD, and even collective trainings like land exercise training, marine exercise trainings, and even parachute trainings. And yes, we do procure parachute trainings. And some might even be surprised to know that we also procure exercise equipment, fitness evaluation trainings, and golf carts, bicycles, veterinarian service, like I said, grooming services, animal food, health services, and so much more. We do have some tools where you can find like the open procurement data, where you can find everything that the government has bought. It's a database that you can use, and if you have trouble using it, you can contact us and we can show you how to maximize this tool because it's an amazing tool that's available for you.
Okay, and we'll put all those contact tools at the end, the contact website and numbers at the end of the podcast so you guys can get that information as well.
Yeah, because I just want to add something because it's super important to know what the buyers are buying.
Yes.
So what they bought in the past can be really, really insightful for you to know where you can go, like what you can supply as well. So really an amazing tool.
So what are the business requirements needed to submit a proposal?
In short, to sell your goods or services to the government, you need to register as a supplier, find a suitable opportunity, and just submit a bid. As easy as that. And also, I just want to mention that the registration process is really not time consuming and it only takes about 10 to maximum 20 minutes. So it's super easy. And again, if you need help, we are here to show you how to do it. And we're here to guide you through this process. Also, I just want to mention that as part of the Government of Canada's work to advance economic reconciliation, the Government of Canada is supporting Indigenous business with federal government procurement opportunities through programs such as the Procurement Strategy for Indigenous Business, or some might know it as the PSIB. And just to let you know again, qualify to the Procurement Strategy for Indigenous Business and to be considered for a federal government contract that is, again, limited to Indigenous bidders under the PSIB, your business needs to be listed on the Government of Canada's Indigenous Business Directory or listed on a Modern Treaty Business list or directory. And again, if you have trouble finding the information about the procurement strategy for Indigenous business, our servers are tailored to help you, small and medium enterprises, to navigate through this process, the procurement process. And again, if you need help registering, well, we are here. Like, our resources are there to help you out and make things easier for you. And there's so many ways you can contact us. We have a phone line, we have emails, and again, you can contact DIWA if you want to contact us. They will be so happy to share our information.
Being registered on databases will certainly help. The government knows that you exist and will certainly help the buyers find you. So that's why registering is very important.
Yeah, true. And Mary, I forgot to add this, but again, one of the reasons we ask you to register in some of the database is because buyers use these databases to find potential suppliers, and not only for competitive process, because we also have non-competitive process and low dollar value procurement, which you're not gonna find on our websites, because those are only an invitation kind of thing. And like I said, buyers are going to use these databases to find you. And if you're not there, you might not get a proposal. So super important to be registered.
Where would a business look to see the call for products or services that you were talking about?
Well, we said earlier that registering is important, but one of the websites you can actually find a lot of information is Canada Buys. So if you type on Google Canada Buys, you'll land on our page. Canada Buys is a new tool that we have now with the federal government. It's part of our procurement transformation to make things easier and more accessible. Canada Buys is a search engine that can allow you to navigate all the federal opportunities and sometimes other public sectors too. So you have a lot of opportunities that are showcased in Canada Buys. The website allows you also to see the past contract award that can, tell you a lot about your potential market. Canada Buys also feature SAP Ariba. It's an electronic bidding tool. Some companies know about SAP Ariba, but this new tool allows for electronic bidding and hence much faster, easier way of putting in your bidding and being able to manage it. Our Canada Buys website also has plenty of resources for you to learn about procurement, guides, procedures, and manuals, so you can learn a lot of stuff on Canada Buys. So really, Canada Buys is the main tool that you have to remember.
I would also like to note that, like I said, not all opportunities are published, and you're not going to find them all on Canada Buys. Like I said a little bit earlier, in federal procurement, there's a category of low dollar value procurement, which includes all purchases that are below $25,000 for goods and below $40,000 for services and construction. And these types, like I said, of low dollar procurement, they're not going to be found on Canada Buys. And instead, they're often, like I said, direct purchases that are made from suppliers without any complex competitive process. And in general, buyers will find potential suppliers on these famous databases that I just told you about.
Does a business on reserve have to remit taxes for their product or services rendered?
Unfortunately, this is a question I cannot answer since it's related to the Canada Revenue Agency and really out of my area of expertise. The only thing I can suggest is really to go on their website. But again, if you want to know more about procurement, that's my expertise and there I can answer you.
What would be the smallest and largest requests for proposals?
Some might be surprised, but contracts can really range from a few bucks to a few $1 million. And you need also to know that around 90% of the contracts that the government awards are actually valued at below $25,000. So again, super amazing potential. And if I can give you a couple of examples of some of low dollar value procurement, well, they can really include pretty much anything, such as office supplies like pens, all the way up to professional service like project management or landscaping service and whatnot.
Do businesses need to be registered with the province in order to submit a proposal?
Without going into technical details, since they can really be confusing, but the answer will be no. You do not need to have a Quebec enterprise number in order to submit a bid. However, you will need a business number from the Canadian Revenue Agency to be registered as a supplier in our databases if you're awarded a contract. If you don't know where to go to register your business with the CRA agency, well, there's a link that's going to directly to the right page. And again, if you cannot find it, just call us. Don't waste 10 minutes looking for the information or the links. We are here to show you, and we are to make it easier for you.
In consideration of, you were talking about like you could look at past proposals or past bids that have been awarded. In terms of the Indigenous businesses being successful with government procurement, do you have other examples of Indigenous businesses who have actually been awarded procurement contracts?
Yes, many businesses or Indigenous businesses have been successful with government procurement. And while there is a great variety among the type of businesses that have received contracts over the past few years, the most common types of contracts that have been awarded are construction, technology, professional services, and even environmental services. And in the past 12 months, our own regional team has awarded a few contracts to Indigenous businesses in the region of Quebec. Our team alone has awarded 2 catering contracts, 2 contracts with elders. We have also purchased office supplies and promotional material. Like this is on a recurring basis. And many federal departments have also awarded various contracts to Indigenous business. And over the past several years, Public Services and Procurement Canada has worked with the Treasury Board Secretariat, Indigenous Services Canada, and representatives from other governments departments to establish a new framework to increase procurement opportunities for Indigenous business and also to award a minimum of 5% of the value of federal contracts to business majority owned or led by Indigenous people.
What are some of the tips that you can offer for putting together a successful proposal for our businesses here locally?
The first tip I suggest is to read the mandatory criteria and the statement of requirements to confirm your capacity in delivering the goods or services. So if you don't have time to read the entire document, really focus on that part, the mandatory criteria and statement of requirements. That way, if you see that you cannot fulfill one requirement, well, you wouldn't have read the entire solicitation document for nothing. Then, if you see that you do meet the mandatory requirements, I really suggest you to read the entire document because you need to understand all terms and conditions. And skimming a solicitation document and missing on one key element could really result in a non-responsive bid. The third tip I can give you is to do not make assumptions. If you're uncertain about any aspect of the document or if you find any errors, contact the contracting authority listed on the solicitation document to get more details or just to clarify some information. And again, I just want to let you know that you can contact the contracting authority with any question you have, and it strongly suggests to do so. Finally, the fourth tip and the last one I can give you is to make sure to submit your bid and all the required documents before the closing date. Because if you're 1 minute late, your bid is going to be declared non-compliant. And we're not even going to read it because we can't. Again, we also offer an amazing free seminar that's called Bidding on Opportunities, where we explain you the main elements of a solicitation documents and how to respond them, how the bids are evaluated and how the suppliers are selected, and how to follow up on the bidding process, which honestly, it's a crucial step if your bid is not the winning one. Because it's super important to remember about the follow-up because that's going to help you on your next bid. The follow-up or the debrief needs to be requested. So don't hesitate on requesting this information to the contracting authority.
So those are a lot of good tips for proposals and formal solicitation. But remember, there are a lot of low dollar value contracts. It's not as complicated as what we just shared. So there are 2 really categories for contracts. There's the ones that are published, and there are the low dollar value that are probably more direct, more simpler. But really, our team is there to make the differentiation and to guide you through the proper process.
When you talk about low value contracts being awarded, could you give us an example? Because our businesses, there's a lot of businesses here who have like catering services, but you were saying that it's not listed anywhere. So how do you actually go out and find that information?
I'll give you the example of the catering business, the catering contract that we had this year. I'm the manager for the expense, so I had a need. I needed to cater some food for an event. So my role and my responsibility is to go out there and find proposals for the need that I have. It's not going to be published on Canada Buys, but I will be looking for 3 quotes of catering for, let's say, refreshment and a lunch. And then I'll be comparing the quotes, and then I'll choose the best quotes that I have. So if I would like to award a contract to an Indigenous business, like we did for one of our events last fall, we actually looked for Indigenous caterers in the region of Montreal, and we asked for a few quotes, and we ended up giving a contract to one of them. And in every building, in every department, some managers have authorities to spend money. And what they want to do is to answer a specific need, an operational need. We need to take care of the fleet. We need to take care of our buildings. We need to repair something. Well, the managers will go out there, look on Google, look on some directory, and try to find businesses that can meet their needs. And no, it may not be on Canada Buys, but it's a true need that happens on a daily basis.
Oh, okay. So for example, our community, we have our Shop Ganawage website. So that has all the people who want to be on there. They've been asked as well. And we have a database of our businesses, of just people we've been working for, because I reach out to businesses as well. I think this would be a good opportunity for businesses in Kahnawake to give me a call even at Dewaduni Zakta to make sure that you're on a list, or if you don't want to share your info, if you want to share your information, that would be great for me to know, because then it'll help me to be able to just send information and be able to get opportunities. I believe, there is a mailing list. People get a lot of funding opportunities, procurement opportunities. We send it out. It's called Executive Pulse, and it usually comes from me. And we try to get at as many businesses as possible. So again, this is a call out to our community to get in touch with me if you want to be updated, or just see what type of information you want to share with either community businesses or outside businesses looking to get some products off of you and services.
Yeah, because buyers are looking out for the information. So if there's a centralized tool, I mean, for buyers, it's a simple tool to use, and it's really efficient for us.
Yes, and I will also like to add that if you want to know what we bought or what the government has bought, like I said, there's an open data portal where you're going to find all the contracts that were like over $10,000. And like I said, from under $25,000 for good, it's low value procurement. So by searching those contracts, you can have an idea what we've bought. And not only that, you can find which ministry has bought the goods or the service, which year. And that can give you a great idea of where you can do your marketing kind of thing, contact these people, or at least find a ministry. And we can show you so many things, so many things.
Okay, so we've shared so much information. I appreciate you guys coming in to help us out. And I just want to start closing up by saying, actually, our last question would be, who would a business person contact for more information?
Yeah, because we did, touched upon many topics today, and there's so much more we can talk and share because we are passionate. Our team of Procurement Assistance Canada is composed of many procurement specialists, such as Mariella, and they're all waiting to help businesses, and we are ready to do that. So our team is really there to help. You can find information about our office not on Canada Buys, although I'm sure that the connection could be made, but another website that's easy to remember is www.canada.ca/PAC for Procurement Assistance Canada. And you can get the section Get Assistance with Procurement, and you'll be able to end on one of the regional office webpage. You'll find our coordinates. And I'm sure that some of you will probably contact Coreen directly or staff at DIWA, and you'll be able to make a connections between the businesses and our team.
Okay.
And really, we are here to assist. Our services are free. And we are very happy, Coreen, that you have given us the opportunity today to share a bit of information. There's a lot still to talk about, but really let's get the conversation going.
Definitely. Yeah, this won't be the last time we talk about this. We always have promotions for all of the businesses and organizations that we're working with. And we will be posting all of the links and contact people as well, including myself, to talk about if you want to register your business, if you want to get more information on Procurement Assistance Canada, we'll have all the information for you. So thank you for listening. Thank you again for joining us. We look forward to the next time. Ona Giwai.